Do you know what I'm sick of in 2026 in the UK is these left-wing political figures appearing on talk shows and spouting utter nonsense and trying to paint a picture that immigrants aren't a problem, they aren't committing crimes, they aren't criminals, they are in fact ordinary people like you and me. Well, the reality is that's not the case in a lot of places around the UK where we've seen a massive increase of migrants, and in return, we've seen a massive increase in crime, such as assault, rape, and even murder in some cases. Now, today, the clip I'm about to show you, a British Patriot called into the Matt Allwright show. Matt Allwright's an absolute tit, by the way. He calls into the show. He says that he's kind of concerned about migrants in his area. He lives in Weymouth. There's a migrant camp nearby. A migrant recently committed a disgusting crime there. And Matt Allwright basically plays the card of being stupid, not really agreeing or disagreeing, just playing the on the fence type of card. And then you've got some muppet called Daryl Morris who basically says that immigrants aren't the only criminals to worry about in the UK and that British people essentially do the same thing, which, could be true. But why do we have to import more criminals into the country? It makes zero sense whatsoever. So without further ado, let's have a watch of this clip because it's absolutely mental. Make sure you do like and subscribe.
I live next to a very big seaside town, which is not safe at night because of migrants, because they're attacking the locals. And that's not on. It shouldn't be like that.
Okay, Rob. I mean, if you could tell me the name of the town, we could have a look at that.
Weymouth.
Okay, so you're saying Weymouth, people are being attacked at night by,
Yes,
saying,
they are.
illegal migrants.
Especially the local women. And that's not fair.
And they're targeting women, are they? And that
Locals,
so I'm clear.
Just local people.
Okay, so
they hang around and they make people intimidated.
Okay. Rob, I'm just going to pause there and turn to Daryl. The reality is that what we talk about, when we talk about cost of living and finding that overlap in the middle, what that doesn't cover is cultural change. And what Rob is talking about is so much a part of people's feeling about immigration is that the places where they grew up, that they call home, have changed beyond recognition. Do you think what Rob's talking about there, that's what it's describing?
Well, there's a lot in that. And I think, look, I think it is true to say, yes, that immigration has changed the country, and it has done over many, many decades. I think that we have to push back against this idea that's always a bad thing. I think that we have to push back against what is often an intolerance of somebody that looks and seems different to us. I think we have to be honest about it. I think we're honest about that. What Rob was engaged with there, I think, are tropes. You are no more likely to commit crime if you are an illegal migrant or a migrant than you are if you are a British-born resident of the United Kingdom. If people are feeling unsafe because somebody who doesn't look like them is in their community, then I think that's a conversation that we have to have as a community. Why is that happening? Why are people being made to believe that they are less safe because somebody in their community has come from somewhere else or looks different to them? I think we have to stop tiptoeing around this now. I think we have to start to call that out.
Does that come down to statistics? I'll just say that we checked out what Rob said. Just in that little bit of time that we had, there is an incident of a migrant attack. That person was convicted and jailed subsequently. Are you saying it's about how much weight we give those incidents and whether we can put them in context of other crimes that happen which aren't related to migrants?
Completely. People are going to commit crime, right? Absolutely. British-born people are going to commit crime. People who've come from abroad are going to commit crime. The question is, are you more likely to be the victim of crime from somebody who has arrived in the country as an immigrant illegally or otherwise? And you are not. You are simply not. You are not more likely to commit a crime if you are an immigrant, illegal or otherwise. And so we have to separate those two things. Somebody commits a crime, they should be punished for committing a crime. But to suggest that the problem is that they are an immigrant, illegal or otherwise, just isn't true. Isn't true.
The issue with what Daryl Morris there, what he's trying to do, he was almost trying to play the race card. He said people judge people on what they look like. That isn't really the case, to be honest with you. We judge people on behaviours and patterns of behaviour. And you've got to understand, the people that are coming to the UK, the majority of them on these small boats and even illegal routes as well, they come from countries where the culture is so much different to what is supposedly the UK culture. And that's the issue, because they don't hold the same values as British people. And that's kind of reflected on how they treat women and children. And this is why we're seeing such a correlation between migrants coming to the UK, places that have migrant camps and hotels, and then the crime rate of certain crimes like assault, rape, all sorts of stuff. So that's what we judge it on more so than anything, you know. And I think Daryl Morris knows what he's doing here. He's trying to almost call Rob, the caller at the start, a bigot without saying you're a bigot. It's honestly just shocking. It's just terrible TV. These idiots, I don't know how they have TV shows. I don't know actually who even watches this. I just see the clips and I react to them because, quite simply, I had to call these idiots out. But who actually sits down and watches this crap? It's honestly shocking. It's absolutely ridiculous. But guys, let me know your thoughts on Daryl Morris and Matt Allwright down below in the comment section. As always, make sure you do like, comment, and share. Thank you for the support. Take care. Goodbye.